intelligent. They are very, very super intelligent. Jai Krishna bhaje se bada chatur. Those who do bhajan, they are the most intelligent. How do we understand this? How do we understand that the sincere servants of Sri Hari are the most intelligent people in this world? Well, if someone starts a profitable business and the input is, let's say, 50 rupees. I'm just giving just a number. He starts out with 50 rupees. And let's say the outcome, the profit outcome is 5 rupees. So you will say that person is not doing well. Let's say he puts in 5,000 rupees and gets 2 rupees profit. You think he's very intelligent? Not very intelligent. On the other hand, imagine someone who puts 2 rupees as an input and gets 1 crore as an output. What do you think of that person? Imagine someone who invests 2 rupees and gets 2 crore out as profit. What do you think of that person? Very intelligent, right? Super intelligent. He's somehow very pakka businessman. He knows what he's doing. So why we are giving this example is because materialistic mindset is such that I will collect more and more material objects. But we have to understand, at death, all of this has to be left behind. So with your body, you're spending 50 years, 60 years of your body working to make the money that you're going to leave behind. So that's not a very intelligent proposal. But on the other hand, we see that the pure Vaishnavas, what do? They use this body, which is temporary, to attain Krishna, who's permanent. They use this body, which is filled with suffering, to attain Krishna, who's filled with happiness. They use this body, which is dull and dead matter, to attain a spiritual form, which is completely vibrant in consciousness. So this is like using a 2 rupee temporary material body to get a 50 million profit of Radha and Krishna. They are more worthy than 50 million. I'm just saying some numbers so that we can understand. Imagine there is someone who's collecting natural spring water coming in the environment. He's collecting natural spring water and he's drinking. But there's another one who's collecting that spring water and thinking, why not I package it and start selling it like 20 rupees a bottle? The spring water is anyway naturally available. Why not I bear in some profit out of it? So materialistic people are those who are coming to the spring water of this material human form and only thinking of drinking it, using it, enjoying it. But pure Vaishnavas, what do? They take the spring water, naturally available spring water of this material human form, and they try to make profit with that by trying to achieve the unlimited with the limited, the source of happiness with the source of suffering, the eternal truth with the temporary reality. So therefore, the input is temporary, the output is permanent. So why not, if by giving 50 years of this human life in performing Krishna consciousness, if one is going to get eternal life, this person is really intelligent. He is most intelligent. Other people may have PhD and they may be like having a lot of accolades and awards and recognitions and patents. They may have research papers. They may have certifications. But what ultimately are they gaining? When death strikes, everything is finished. But so for that person, when death strikes, all that he has collected is gone. He has to start all over again. But the devotee is so intelligent that he has been collecting for the future, that which cannot be destroyed. So when death strikes, he transitions naturally to things that he has already collected. Imagine there is a story, a quick story of a king. In a certain tradition, the king used to be appointed, and when the king becomes 50 years old, he used to be dropped in the forest. Out of family, out of kingdom, he has to just live there as a monk or an ascetic. And if wild animals attack and kill him, then he dies like that. But he has to find his own food and no connection, no society, nothing. So there was a certain tradition in a certain king royal line. So one certain king, when he got appointed, what he would do is he would send his minister every day into the forest. One minister a day, every day for 1 hour. He did that from the start of his reign, his rule. And then when he turned 50, he was dropped into the forest. And he was very happy because he had already built a house in the forest by then. He built a house in the forest so that when he goes into the forest, he doesn't have to worry. He built a house in the forest bigger than his kingdom. So for 30 years, from the age of 20 to the age of 50, he invested little time in the forest so that when the transition takes place, he's in a better place than the place where he is. Other kings, they suffered because they enjoyed the present property and they didn't invest in the future. But this king, he spent little time every day and invested time in the forest so that when the transition takes place, he is blissful. So this is the difference between a materialist and a devotee. A devotee could be called Bhagavan because he's so intelligent that instead of enjoying the kingdom now, and when death strikes suffering into the forest of uncertainty, the devotee, what he does is, while being a king in this material body, he invests time every single day for his future residence, so that when the transition takes place at the time of death, his future destination is way more beautiful than the present. So this is why we also say a pure Vaishnava is Vidwan. He's very intelligent. So all the opulences of Krishna are there in pure Vaishnavas. They are very strong, they are rich, they are very beautiful, they are very intelligent and very famous. You can